Hey everyone, it's Jen with ChappyPlans. Thanks for joining me for this Project Life video. If you'd like to see what I'm going to do, stick around. Hey friends, thanks for joining me for week 29 of Project Life. I mistakenly thought it was week 30, so I will go back and fix that after I finish taking photos and editing this video, but that's okay. I did fix it. So whenever I do my final flip through at the end of the year, you will see that it is fixed and says week 29. All right, let me speed up the camera. So this was week 2 of Nora's Girl Summer Camp, and it's a full session. So there are 2 sessions every summer, and they each are 2 weeks long. And this week was their spirit week. So you can see Nora and her friend Olivia are dressed like twins for Twin Day. Monday was mismatched sock day. I don't think I got any photos. I am using my stash of Studio Calico items. I actually went through and organized all of my leftover Studio Calico cards by color and theme and season and everything so that I can use them up and find them easily. So in this case, I'm going with color as usual. And I loved this title card, The Fun Times Here. It matched a lot of the colors in the photos. So that was going to be my kind of lens for embellishing the rest of the week. So you can see I accidentally wrote week 30. I have a red Sharpie creative marker. I have the Studio Calico labels. I've got some puffy little starburst pictures, starburst stickers, and some strawberries, flowers, and stars from a different sticker sheet. I have some cut aparts. So that one says Friends for Life, and I just stamped the date on that. And then in the middle row, I've got a journaling card that says Love These Summer Memories, and then a picture of Nora and her friend Kenzie there, who we ended up seeing, and it was a happy accident. So I titled that under the journaling card and wrote about how we thought it was a cheer clinic day Tuesday evening, but it wasn't. And then we like pulled up to the field and no one was there. And I was like, oh, well, didn't your friend just move around the corner? So I texted her mom, my friend Cassie, and I was like, hey, we showed up at the field. Are you guys home? Do you want us to stop by? They had just moved and they have like a new house they're renting. And it was really fun. Actually, it ended up being really good because the girls got to play. Cassie and I got to catch up. And so that's how we spent our Tuesday evening. So I just journaled about that. And then I'm writing with my Pigma Micron felt tip pen in a 0.3, just so you know. And then I've got other chipboard pieces that I'm using here and there that I selected that matched just the colors I have going on. All right, so once that's all set, I'm going to take out this diagonally striped yellow pocket card and just use it as a placeholder for these 2 pieces of ephemera. I think the red arrow is actually from Citrus Twist. And then that ticket is from a different Studio Calico kit. And I just stapled them on with my tiny attacher and called it good. And then the bottom row is a picture of Nora outside our house in front of our beautiful flower bed this year on the side. And she's dressed for Disney Day. That was the theme for the day. And she's got her ears and her shirt from the park that we got a couple years ago. Or maybe it was last year, actually. And then there's a double photo on the 3x4 there of Nora and 2 of her favorite counselors from the last couple of weeks who were the leaders of her gym games session. It's pretty cool. They get 5 sessions or electives, and her first one every day was gym games. So those are her 2 counselors from that, and they ended up being her favorite. I also journaled on the card that says, oh, happy day. I wrote Spirit Week and just wrote what each of the themes were for the days, and then that Nora had a lot of fun and was sad that her experience with Girl Summer was almost over. Every now and then I'm just adding a couple of puffy stickers for good measure and to bring in a different color to the photo or the journaling. I also have this cut apart that says every summer has a story, so I layered that on top of the picture. And then on the Oh Happy Day card is where I'm going to do all the rest of the journaling, which I don't do on camera, so we will fast forward and I will show you how the left side of the spread looks all close up and in real time versus 4 times the speed, which is how fast I speed these videos up. Something I didn't journal about in this project, but is journaled about in my Hobonichi, is how I developed a relationship with the leader or the head of the entire summer camp, and she also works in admissions at the school because it's a boarding school and a day school. And and she basically asked me if I would work there as a counselor next summer, which I was like, sure. And it means Nora will get to go for free, which is awesome. And I still will get paid. So I think that's such a win. I just wanted to mention that. So moving on to the left side of the spread now, I have this grid photo I created in Diptych of one of the pictures I took of the gorgeous campus that Nora had her girl summer experience at. And then we call it Hogwarts. It's way bigger than that. Those are just a couple of the buildings. And then that's her clay turtle that she made in Intro to Claymaking. So that was on display for Friday because Friday was showcase day. Showcase day is where all the girls perform, and so it's like a recital, essentially, a 2-hour recital of all the little tiny performances. There's different levels, so there's like they're separated by grades. So there's lower explorers, middle explorers, and upper explorers. Nora's middle. So she was in Broadway Bound, it was called, and then some kind of dance class. So she had 2 performances as well as having her little turtle in the visual arts section of the showcase. So it was really, really cute. Nora performed as Belle in Be Our Guest, and then she danced the song Pink from the Barbie movie. It was super cute. You can see I'm struggling with this July sticker because it's so old that it came off, the plastic piece came off the sticker part. So I decided to peel it up and then, sorry about my watch binging. I decided to peel it up and then punch it smaller because I didn't want it to overtake the yellow stripe background of the top of that card because it matches the card that's on the left side of the spread. But I just journaled basically all about the performances. And then Olivia came over, the girl who's twinning with Nora on the left side, came over and we put up the water slide and they went on the trampoline and had fun Friday afternoon. And then the middle row that I'm about to work on has the grid picture of, there's screenshots of Nora's performances because I took videos but no photos. So they're not the best quality, so it made sense for me to make them small and just kind of squeeze them in on this grid picture here. Then I've got Look on the Bright Side, so I put a few stickers on that just to decorate it. And then I'm going to create a flip up of Saturday, Nora got boba at this new place we tried. And then underneath the flip up, I have just like a tie-dyed card and a cut apart that says Summer Fun. I journaled with the little label sticker that we got boba and stamp the date. And then on the front of it, it is a picture, my favorite picture from the week, Nora making a bubble that was literally 4 or 5 times her size. It was incredible to see. And she was laughing so hard. It was super cool. And that was because we went to Bubble Fest at our museum that we're members at. And so we spent the whole afternoon there doing all kinds of bubble activities, bubble science. She got to experiment and see dry ice with bubbles, which was really cool. And then we kind of stayed and played in the museum for a while. She also made a bubble painting. So I journal about all those things on the bottom right journaling card that you'll see in just a second. The last picture for the week is the bottom left photo, which you can see kind of in the right corner of my screen there. It's a grid, another grid photo, because again, so many photos this week. I actually don't even have any from Sunday. And it is just some things she did at the Bubble Fest. So there's Nora making her painting, and then that was really cool. It turned out really neat. And then Matt and Nora next to each other making those giant bubbles, and then inside the museum playing with the bubbles and the dry ice. And I just journaled a lot about that on that card that says genuine and authentic. I embellished it really simply with this chipboard that says Summer Fun. And that is going to wrap up week 29, not week 30, for the week. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you have questions about anything I shared or mentioned, feel free to leave those in the comments as always. I don't know if you noticed Nora's little hand there at the end. She was waving and saying hello. So I just wanted to mention that because she wanted to make sure she was saying hi to everyone. And here's a look at the spread all together. Again, don't forget I'm going to switch out that label sticker with the correct week. I'm trying to rush time here, guys, and I don't want to do that. You know the drill. Like the video if you did, subscribe if you're not, hit the bell, and I'll see you next week. Take care, friends, and remember that you are enough. Bye!